All right, Mike, as you can see, Pro slat wall is up. I did a time lapse insert here, Mike. If anybody sees this footage and says, man, Mike, you didn't do a very good job, that's because you didn't do it, I did it. So just, you know, that disclaimer there. So now we're gonna install our shelves with our OG Engineering slat wall shelving brackets. So we'll show you how this goes. And then Matt gets to come in and have the fun of doing the Pressol Pro Series bottles in black, Mike, in black. Available now exclusively through obsessedgarage.com. Yep. And there's also squeeze bottles. Those are the clear ones, but those are squeezed for like polishes and soap and stuff like that.
We were saying, like, this is kind of the cherry on top.
This is the cherry on top. As you said, it's the creme de la creme, right? It is. So this is the jewelry to your garage. You do all the hard stuff and then you get to come do the fun things, install some shelves, do Matt's funnest thing, which is organize the shelf with bottles and labels, and it's really shaping up, Mike. All right, so real quickly, I'm gonna show you exactly how these Obsessed Engineering brackets work for our shelves. So this is a custom to Pro slat wall bracket. So they come like this. Yeah, they will not work on Amazon slat wall. This is unique to this. So it comes in 2 pieces.
So what are the benefits of this, Mike? I mean, if you have
ease of installation. I mean, this, and you don't, there's no permanent holes. You don't have to drill holes. You can simply move one up, move it left, right. You can configure it however you want. So how this works, this hooks into the top, and then this piece comes in here like that. And that's it. So basically what we have now is 2 acorn nuts and some washers. Our shelf bracket that's on the back side of the shelf just goes over these. Take the nuts off, obviously, and the washers off. Shelf goes over it. You screw those in, tighten down, and that's it for the install.
That's pretty tough.
It doesn't get simpler than that, really. You know, this is ideal. This makes it super clean, super low effort, high reward. So obviously the shelves come really well protected. The shelves are also Obsessed Engineering, headed up by our own Tommy Goldberg and Joe Pichette. So got to be very careful because these are black powder coated, so we don't want to scratch them. So you just have to be very careful when you come through with a knife. This is probably the longest part of the install.
Yeah, this might be. But it's a nice looking finish.
It pretty much matches MSS cabinets and MSS Plus and lever rack, if you get the black lever rack. Super nice. Like I said, Mike, I think this is the longest part of the install. Stay tuned to the end, you'll see it unwrapped. Struggle's real, Mike. I think I got it.
All this stuff is available right now.
Yeah, we currently sell this stuff, which is kind of why we do this, so we can show people what we sell. Yeah, it'd be kind of crappy to say, look what we have. Oh, sorry, you can't buy it.
I agree.
Yeah, no, this is the best part is you can now click on the link below, go to the website and buy the shelves, the brackets, the slat wall, the flooring, the cabinets, buy my shirt. Mike, you have the same shirt. And buy this hat. Yeah.
I might even start listing you up on there.
Yeah, okay. So now we'll get our center distance set. Center distance on these shelves is 48 inches. So that's center of the slot to center of the slot. So that should be it. We've done our math right. This should line up. What do you know? We did the math right. Okay. There we go. Come down. And there we go. Now we need to install our washers and our acorn nuts on all of them. Okay. There's that. So you see how easy this install is?
Yeah, otherwise you'd have to be marking, drilling, cap coning.
And now if you do this, and let's say you're a little off left to right, all you have to do is loosen the acorn nuts slightly and you can slide it. Okay, so that's loosely on there. And now we just check to see that we're centered. So we need to go an inch that way. So all we do is like that on purpose. Look at that. At 9 3/4, I overshot it just a little bit. So there we go. That's it. Successful install. This will be where the bracket goes. That gives us plenty of room for our bottles. That way they're not hitting the shelf above. There's those OG black, in case you're wondering, they're black and they're OG. And their squeeze bottles are clear. Yeah. And they're available now online, obsessedgarage.com/Mike Waba. No. I'm kidding. Forget the /. So let's get the second one installed. By the way, this is a Pro Series in translucent clear and a stainless steel tip. So these do not crack.
Good atomization.
Good atomization, Mike. This is where having one extra hand would be nice. Like I could be running the camera and you could be doing this. Not that it has to be easy for you to do it. I didn't mean it that way. I just meant that it would be fun for you to do some fun stuff once in a while. Install's complete. So now Maddie's on his way in. He's gonna come outfit it with bottles. So the question for us is, we originally had spec'd out 3 shelves. Matt said, you know, if they're this size, if they're a 50-inch shelf, I really only need 2. So easy enough for Matt. If he wants, he can lower it 1. He can add a 3rd shelf if he wants, but I think this is good. It's what's beauty about this. You can fully customize, do whatever you want.
All right, so now it's time for the fun stuff. So we have the Matt Moorman life's work of what I like. It's ever changing, ever evolving, ever, you know, discovering. But this is the current lineup of what I want to put on my shelves in my garage that I'm going to use all the time. I don't want redundancy. I don't want excess. I don't want waste. I only want the stuff that I'm using. This is the finishing process in my garage. Now I have to fill all the drawers. I have to put stuff on the shelves, and I need to get ready for function. And it takes me hours and hours and hours, and I'm not gonna lie, I love every freaking second of it. It's like my favorite thing in the world to do. All this, I don't like it. It's all different gallons. They're all different labels. They're all different sprayers. They're all different. I don't like that. And so the first step was to get a bottle line that looked good, that functioned well, and we're getting there, we're getting closer. Having matching squeeze bottles, and then the next goal is to have a matching 5-liter or matching gallon, and then from there, you know, to continue to evolve and build the line. But I think most people, if I can provide you a reasonable solution, would prefer to just click the button, it shows up, and then your shelves are gonna look like mine are at the end of today. So the blacks, just to keep in mind, it's like a black car. You know, it shows through the fluorination process, it shows a lot. You can see the sealing on how they seal it. Now the label is going to cover that up, and I'm going to live with them and see, is black good enough? These are, you know, these are final form, amazing, the new logo. The only thing we have to figure out is, I haven't put a label on it. I might put one on there just to see how it functions. I'm assuming the label is going to crinkle up and fall off over time. These are not fluorinated, but these are a LDPE squeezer. You know, it's freaking awesome. It has the right orifice, so it dispenses soap properly. And then I've got 5 of them here because I'm going to put Reset, GSF, Touchless, GFX, and Decon. I think that Touchless is going to have a tough time in these because they're not fluorinated. I think it's going to seep through. We're going to test it out and try it out. I haven't put Touchless in there yet. All right, so let's put a label on. I'm gonna show you how to do this, and there's no easy way to do it. You just gotta hold it up and put it on. Let's just do one without doing any treatment to this, but I'm not gonna wipe it off with anything. I'm just gonna put the label on. The adhesive is specifically designed for this type of bottle, for this type of, you know, fluorinated setup. And so we have our label, and then every time I do this, I have to remind myself how to do it. So I've got this seam here. I think I wanna put the label on this side rather than this side because of this. So I'm gonna use this seam here. Oh, the black is way easier to see the seam. I'm gonna line it up right next to the seam. And I don't wanna end up with air bubbles, so I'm slowly gonna work it on here. Now, if you bought the labels in the past, I mean, we've been working on this for freaking years to finally get it so that it sticks and doesn't air bubble off. But you just need to take your time, because once you end up with like a wrinkle, then it doesn't want to sit long term. That's pretty, yeah, that's pretty sick looking. I mean, does it get any better looking than that? I don't know. Or do you like this better? Both look pretty sick. Stainless tip, new seals. Still gonna have a difficult time with traceless, so we're sending them some traceless and see if they can figure out how to make the seals not dry out from that crazy flammable alcohol. We sell a funnel, so I can fill this puppy up nice and easily. This is like my favorite thing. This is why I keep building garages, keep moving all the time, because I freaking love doing this. It's my favorite thing in the world. So we're doing Griot's interior cleaner here. And then I'm gonna take it this way. Let's see if I can finally figure out how to make these Griot's things work properly. And let's turn it. And you should probably turn it so you can see the darn fill line. Can I see it? There we go. Yeah, cool. You can see that, right? So we got our fill line, and I'll use my fill line to not overfill it. Gosh, this is so much fun. I know I'm a psychopath, but at least I know it. Okay, so we'll kind of let that settle. And I'll work on the next thing. Look at that, that gunmetal on this black looks freaking sick, dude. The day I signed up for Shopify to build the store was the day that I had the vision for what this bottle on this shelf is gonna look like. I spend more time primping and prepping than I do doing. But this is what I like. That's good. That's so good. So the bottles aren't black. They're like an anthracite. Should I hold it and put it on the shelf all at once? We'll hold for the final. Yeah, this is the denouement, and we'll get to the final climax here later today. But you get the gist of it. I'm gonna go through and do this with all of them while we're here. Let's do a squeezer for you. Squeeze bottle, decon soap. And I know for some of you that are watching this think this is complete nonsense. Like, why would you take it from one bottle and put it into another? And you're about to see when I put them all on the shelf. If it doesn't answer the question, geez, you idiot. If it doesn't answer the question why, then I don't know what to tell you. You're in the wrong place. You should probably go watch a different channel, because this is what I'm all about. I was trying to be real precise with this, and I just freaking jacked it up. Get how good soap looks in that. And then when you put these two together, doing good at life. It's real good. By the way, depending on when you're watching these videos, the Sonic MSS cabinets should be launched here very soon in mid-December. They are incredible. They aren't staying here. They're actually going up front. But we're waiting on one more cabinet to kind of finish this array. But you're going to want to keep track on the OG website, because the pricing on this is pretty awesome. And you're going to want them because they're freaking sick. That makes me happy. I'm telling you, I'm gonna sleep better this weekend knowing that this is like checked off list. I've been thinking about this garage, what I'm gonna do and when I'm gonna do it and what it's gonna feel like when I'm done. And this is one of those major things. One of the simplest things to do. I mean, we're cutting concrete and painting ceilings and running wires everywhere. I don't think about that. I think about this. I think about what's gonna go in this drawer, what's gonna go on that shelf, how I'm gonna stow my, my wand when I'm not using it, all that kind of stuff. So let's go put it on the shelf. And I like to put the categories together. So we'll do the purples. And I've got two 54-inch shelves, which you saw us install earlier. I think I like it with the colors together. It's a little easier to space them when they're closer together and get equal distant spacing. Yeah, buddy. Well, lesson learned. I went over to the water cooler and used the RO water to fill up a couple of these that were diluted, but my labels don't like that because the bottle's sweating, because it's cold. That's it. That's where it's at. It's pretty good. I'd say that's pretty darn good. One of the many crown jewels of the garage, yep. That's the vision. So if you do buy the black bottles currently, and maybe we'll solve this in the future, we have a bunch of them, but if you buy the black bottles, don't freak out like I did, because what I do when I get a new thing and I open it up and I'm like looking at all the details, once they're in position and they're in use, they look freaking great. We sent some traceless to Pressol. I sent Breakbuster to Pressol and they figured it out. And so hopefully they can figure out traceless so we can use it in our spray bottles. We'll also see about my heavy duty surface prep, the Rupes stuff, because that's pretty gnarly too. So we'll see how that holds up. But all the other products have been working great in the bottles. Tips are obviously amazing. We do have tips for sale. If you want to modify your old Pressol bottles, they will fit on the old, so those are for sale. The squeezers are also available. I'm interested to see how traceless does it stay in the bottle, and then we're working on some cool labeling systems for this. that's going to be coming soon. So thanks for all your support. Without you guys and us as a collective, because I couldn't do this alone, I think this is what we're all envisioning, to be able to put whatever products you love in a matching, organized fashion. The next goal would be to do that with gallons coming soon. So thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. Go to obsessedgarage.com and get this stuff. Get the shelves, get the slat wall, get your garage design. We're doing it all. Thanks for watching. See you soon.